Inflation. It's a big word, right? But what does it mean for you and me? Imagine going to the bakery one day and buying a loaf of bread for 5 reais. A few months later, you go back and the same bread costs 6 reais. That, my friends, is inflation. Prices are going up. Think of it like a balloon. When you blow air into a balloon, it gets bigger, right? Inflation is like that air, making prices swell up over time. And just like a balloon, if it gets too big, it can burst. But don't worry, we're not talking about prices skyrocketing overnight. Inflation happens gradually, little by little. But over time, even small price increases can make a big difference in our lives, especially for families who are already struggling to make ends meet. Now, why do prices go up? Well, it's like a puzzle with many pieces. One reason is when things become more expensive to make. Imagine the price of flour goes up for bakers. They might have to increase the price of bread. Another piece of the puzzle is demand. If everyone wants the latest smartphone, but there aren't enough to go around, guess what? The price shoots up. It's like that super popular toy everyone wants for Christmas. Sometimes the government prints more money. While it seems like more money would be good, it can actually lead to inflation. Imagine if everyone suddenly had twice as much money. They'd all want to buy more things, and with more money chasing the same amount of goods, prices would rise. So how does inflation affect us? It's simple. Our hard-earned money doesn't go as far. That 50 reais you used to spend on groceries might only buy you half as much now. Suddenly, that family trip to the beach or buying new clothes for the kids becomes a bigger decision. Inflation can also make it harder to save money. If your savings aren't growing faster than inflation, your money is actually losing value over time. It's like running on a treadmill. You're working hard, but not really getting anywhere. It's not all bad news, though. For some people, like those who own property, inflation can be a good thing. As prices rise, so does the value of their assets. But for the majority of us, inflation means we need to be smarter with our money. The good news is that there are ways to control inflation. Think of the government and the central bank as referees in a big economic game. They have tools to keep things in check. One way is by controlling interest rates, which is like changing the price of borrowing money. Higher interest rates can slow down borrowing and spending, helping to cool down inflation. Another tool is controlling government spending. By being careful with how much money they print and spend, the government can help keep inflation under control. Inflation is a fact of life, but by understanding how it works and how our leaders try to manage it, we can make smarter decisions for ourselves and our families. It's all about staying informed and being prepared.